Sure, be a doll and tell the customer to stop climbing on our shelf.
No, I think it's cool they're doing that. I think it kicks serious ass.
During its prime, I was a big Rick and Morty fan. I remember I watched the first few seasons of the show on repeat because there were super long breaks between newer seasons. After about season 3 I lost interest. All the waiting around for new content was a bit of a turnoff, so I didn't return to the franchise until fairly recently. In a previous video, I had mentioned that I only joined the new console generation fairly recently, so in the summer of 2022, I was still making comparisons between next-gen consoles, trying to decide which one would benefit me the most and cater to my needs. I was almost certain I would be getting a PS5 because it seemed to have the better exclusives, and I was already a user of the PlayStation 4, but in early June when I heard there would be a sci-fi FPS game with a talking gun made by the creators of Rick and Morty coming out exclusively on the Xbox, I was all but convinced for a while that it would be a contender that might make me switch over to the other side. It would be a few months before the game came out, and a bit longer than that until I finally moved on to the next generation, which ended up being the PS5 with perceivably no way of ever playing the comedy shooter I still long to play. Early this current year, I caught wind online that High on Life would be coming to the PlayStation Store for free for PS Plus members to play and add to their libraries, and I genuinely got excited to play the game again. It seems like highway robbery to be getting it for free when the games they normally add each month are usually hit or miss.
Hey, hello? Hello? You gotta stop by. I got a store. Welcome to my shop. You're my first customer ever. Got a lot of stuff to look at, don't I? Take all the time you need. Buying something would really stick it to my dad. I have business in my genes. My genetics, not my hands. I was genetically coded. to be good at business. You know, when I opened this place up, my dad tried to get a refund from the people who designed me. They wouldn't give it to him though. Fucking loser. Take that, Dad, you son of a bitch. Oh, you bought it. Yes. Oh my God. Thank you. Go fuck yourself, Dad. Fuck you. Fuck you. Good work, me.
Until playing the game, I honestly was not sure how High on Life was played. The game obviously was an FPS because I seen the talking gun in the trailer. It was the main selling point of the game, but I had no idea what kind of FPS game it would be. I sort of had my heart set on the game being an RPG, like The Outer Worlds. It just seemed to be the game that most closely resembled it in my eyes. But after playing a few hours and finding out it was more of a linear FPS adventure game with some collectathon aspects, I was genuinely surprised and delighted. I'm not huge on games like this, but I do enjoy them from time to time, and High on Life felt special. The last adventure game I had played was Spyro the Dragon, which is one of the simplest yet fantastic adventure collectathon games out there. You play as a little purple dragon, solve the puzzles, get the gems, repeat. Nothing more to it outside of some seemingly much too easy boss battles. When I play these types of games, I feel like I can just turn my brain off and enjoy the simplicity provided to me in the game systems. I don't have to worry about all the numbers and metagaming that comes with competitive or role-playing games. You can just kick back and enjoy yourself, and I respect that. High on Life didn't take the path of the RPG. I think it would have honestly taken away from the feel of the game. There's no class systems, there's no look or drop rates, there's just pure vibes and time to take the world in around you as you move through it.
Yeah, we're here to buy a knife. You guys are selling a knife, yeah?
Oh, perfect. You're really late. We were starting to get worried.
Just go with it, no shooting.
All right, here's the product. A genuine talking knife. I gotta be honest with you, he's a real piece of shit.
He's extremely violent. He basically only talks about wanting to kill people in very disturbing ways.
Fuck you, I'm gonna carve out your anal cavity. Gonna make it 3 times as big. Your shit's just gonna drop right out of there.
See what I'm talking about?
Oh, perfect. That's exactly what we're looking for.
Yeah, great. Go ahead. Feel free to inspect it. Try him out. See how he feels in your hand.
Oh, fuck! yes, thank you. Pleased to meet you. I'm Knifey. Now use me. Let me fucking stab. Oh, fuck yes. Yes, fuck yes. More. I need more stabbing. Hey, you, listen. Point me at your raw, fleshy little tummy and jab me right into there. Let's get all those guts torn up. Let's see that fucking red goop spill out. I can't stop now.
Oh, that's a pass for us. Is this really the knife Gene was talking about?
Gene? Did you just say Gene? Okay, change of plans. Bring me to Gene so I can fucking decapitate him!
Wait, what? Why? He sent us to rescue you.
Oh, that's rich. There's no way I'm forgiving him, though, for leaving me with that fucking Nine-Torg. He's dead to me!
Huh? You know Nine-Torg? We're trying to kill her.
Oh, perfect! Finally, we're on the same page! Let's kill Nine-Torg, then Gene!
Okay, definitely Nine-Torg, but let's put a pin in the whole Gene thing.
The thing I was most excited to experience before playing the game was always the comedy. I love Rick and Morty. It's probably one of my favorite adult comedies next to South Park, who also has produced some great comedy games in the past. I absolutely love The Stick of Truth. It's one of the coolest games I've ever played that was set in the same universe as something that is primarily a popular TV show. It was almost like you were playing your own character in a movie for the show. The only other game with seemingly as much blatantly intentional comedy in it was Borderlands. I've played a bit of every Borderlands games except Tales of the Borderlands and Tiny Tina's Wonderland. Borderlands is a series that seems to be moving away from comedy at the moment, which I think is honestly a great idea because while I have had some great laughs over the years with the series whenever Scooter tells me there's a pimento taco in the glove compartment of the Catch-A-Ride runner, it always makes me laugh, but there's a point in the game where, especially after 3 installments of the game, we can only have so many torture and meat grinder jokes, and I think a more serious approach to the game might make a big difference in how the story is received. After playing a few hours of High on Life, I honestly think the style of comedy in the game is an alright combo of each of these approaches. High on Life is very funny a lot of the time, being written by TV show writers. I would hope this was the case. There are times in the game though when maybe I would appreciate nothing being said at all in place of some of the random obscenities and impossible weird torture methods that some of the enemies just blurt out randomly. It's just kinda random and not really said in a way that would make anyone laugh. Overall though, it's definitely the bounty hunter in the Rick and Morty universe game that I hoped it would be, and it's plenty of fun to add to it.
Stay back! Oh, okay, cool, you're doing it. Oh, okay. I can tell you again. Oh, sorry. I thought you were a G3. They enslaved our whole village. I don't know what to do.
I think we can help.
Really? Thank you! It sucks so much watching everyone you know getting enslaved.
Hey, I think we can take a quick break from killing. You know, it's not gonna kill you.
High on Life begins on Earth but does not stay for very long. After the opening sequence, your Talking Gun Kenny has you transported to Blim City, a sprawling metropolis sci-fi corporate dystopia on an alien planet. There are flying cars and all sorts of different looking alien races dotted around the city, as well as a few shops where you can buy various upgrades for your bounty hunter suit and Gatlians, which is the species name for the talking weapons you use in the game. My favorite character in the game by far has been Mr. Keep's son in the pawn shop. He's always making hilarious remarks about the player and his father, the shopkeeper, and it seems like every time I go back he has a new sly thing to say about his dad locked and loaded.
Dad, can I clack out early?
No, why?
What are you, the cops? I don't owe you an explanation.
Yes, you do. I'm your father and your boss.
I'd like it better if you were the cops.
I played through 2 different bounty hunter missions in my first few hours of the game. The first taking you to the slums of Blim City, literally going down a sloping drainage pipe to get there. In the sewer/slum area, there are a ton of shacks around that are used for platforming purposes, and a disgusting green slime that creates a toxic lake that a character tells you he fishes in for seemingly no reason since everything inside should be super dead. The second place I ended up visiting was the jungle area. After the purple guy Gene fixes the bounty hunter portal machine, you can go on your first out-of-area bounty hunter mission. The portal machine sends you off to seemingly different planets or possibly just different places on the Blim City planet. I'm still not currently completely clear on that. The first area you encounter through the method is a lush green alien jungle that is inhabited by not only G3 troops, but also these little cute Care Bear people that just say the darndest things. There are all kinds of different colors, and one is even the Pope.
What's the guy in the mansion like?
Oh, his name is Ranchi Delarma. He warped in not too long ago. Seems to be old acquaintances with Krubis. We haven't dealt with him much, but he seems to have a penchant for Fergals.
Oh, God, he's a drug addict.
Nonetheless, we may be able to use that to our advantage. He does have close ties with Krubis, after all, and he seems a bit disoriented.
Right, because of the drugs. And he's evil still, right?
Well, yes, he's evil, so it should be morally just. Yes, let's all just agree right now that it's morally just to manipulate him. I love it when we can agree.
Most of the time you are traversing the forest to get in touch with certain contacts in order to gather intelligence so that you can get closer to your bounty target. The other half of the area you're in a mine with some nice platforming opportunities where you see the Care Bear guys are being enslaved by the G3 since they can't be turned into drugs like humans or other alien species. Out of the 2 levels I visited in this play session, my favorite one was definitely the slums. I think the characters you meet here are hilarious, and there are some fun platforming sections as well. I like how there are unique kinds of these bug people that are the enemies in this level as opposed to the generic yellow G3 enemies that get a bit old in the later levels.
So, how do you like living down here in the slums? It's sort of colorful down here at least.
What? Are you serious? This is one of the worst places anyone can live. You can't see that just by looking at it. It's more sludge than anything else, and the sludge is toxic.
Oof, sorry. Yeah, that sludge does look pretty awful.
No, the sludge is the best part. It's the quickest way out. Just hop in there and you got a one-way ticket out of here. Imagine if we didn't have the sludge. Then we'd really be trapped. Anyway, yeah, living here is bad.
Hey, thanks for the info, wise fisherman. We'll see you later.
Have a good day now.
A game that I have played that I would compare to High on Life would probably be something like Doom. The only Doom game I have played was Doom 3, which was absolutely amazing. High on Life has some cool platforming elements to it. I love when I'm skating on those overhead railings and shooting Kenny's glob shot at the obstacles. It's so satisfying when you get it perfect on the first go. It feels like something straight out of Sonic the Hedgehog. I stopped playing right after the second major boss battle, so I only just received the second gun named Gust, who is a frog that can shoot saw blades and stick them into certain walls and are able to be swung to with the knife. This has me excited for all the different variations of Gatlians and their personalities, all the ways their specific puzzle applications can really be endless. There isn't much of a story to the game outside of the broad idea that you're trying to save humanity and find your parents who are likely being turned into drugs with every passing moment. Every bounty area seems to have its own storyline going on, whether it's the mystery of the unnumbered crime family in the slums or the freeing of the Care Bear people in the jungle area. These individual stories seem to be what the game wants to focus on, more than an overarching event, sort of an episodic approach that I kindly enjoy in this day and age where everyone in games is making like an epic Game of Thrones-esque story blockbuster movie. It's nice to have this kind of episodic adventure.
I thought it would be satisfying to try manual labor for once, but turns out it's not so satisfying when you're a slave.
I have been a PS5 owner for just about a year now, and in a way on this channel I am documenting my journey and finding out whether or not I'm going to remember the PS5 fondly. I believe much like Liza P, High on Life has the potential to be one of the games I go on to remember being a definitive experience on the console, with the PlayStation community already raving for the PlayStation 6, making me think I might have shown up much later than I had initially thought in this generation of consoles. I haven't finished playing High on Life just yet, even at the time of release of this video, but I have high hopes for its potential impact on my experience with the PS5, but the only way to find out is going to be in my eventual review on the game as a whole once it's completed. If you enjoyed this video and you have any tips or personal opinions about High on Life and your experiences with the game, please leave them down in the comments section below, and leave some suggestions for other games you'd like to see me talk about or try for future videos on this channel. I'd like to thank you all for watching. All that I ask is that if you like this video, please leave a like and subscribe down below. I will be releasing a new video every Monday.
You know, Jorb, I don't think you're very nice to me.
That's fine. I'm okay with that.
Well, it's not fine for me. I'd like to see, just for 1 second, a little respect out of you for your father. You understand?
Yeah, I understand you want that, but maybe you don't understand that I don't have to give it to you. Maybe you don't understand that you're not always gonna get exactly what you want. Boo-hoo. You just have to accept that not everyone is gonna like you. Sometimes that's a random schleb on the street, other times it's me, your own offspring son, who hates your guts and tells everyone at school that you won the award for Galaxy's Tiniest Peter. I literally tell everyone I know every chance I get. Most of them don't even know who you are. I have no reason to tell them. I just do it because I hate you so much. And because it's fun for me.
Hey, he used to be a really super good boy. I don't know what happened.